That was an exciting start to the show, but it continues. Let's get my next guest out. He is the brilliant, the funny, the one and only Dara OBriain. Okay, Dara OBriain is one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen work live.
That's very kind of you.
It's the truth.
It's a brash statement at the start of an interview. Your questioning gets tougher and tougher the more
You've got to
times
live up to that now. Before we talk about...
Can I just say what a cool ship you run? There you are, in a way. DeVito demanded fish and chips for everybody. So while that interview was on, we were just noshing down. It was like the most relaxed show I've ever done. We're just swapping ketchup and having a natter. It's great. It's really, really cool.
Is that wise, though, to eat that much food just before you come
I
in?
may just have a carbohydrate dose midway through the interview where I go, what was that? Mention.
Don't want Danny coming out and say, hey, by the way, Britain's Got Talent. You a fan? You watch the show?
I glance at them every so often. I'm old school. I like them to work their way through the clubs. I don't
really? So
yeah.
you don't like... But then these people have worked in clubs.
They have, and they've developed their acting and all, and maybe you're giving an opening. It's the kids going, this is my dream. This is my dream. Why are you breaking my dream?
Hold on a second. Simon, is he through to the next round?
No. Yeah.
Hey, I do want to ask you about St Patrick's Day because, of course, it's a big celebration where everyone gets to pretend to be Irish for the day.
Yes.
So may I say to you, top of the evening to you?
See,
I love it because I walk around the house talking Irish all day.
Oh, and that is uncannily Irish, the way you do it.
Jesus.
It is...
Where's me green lager?
Every time I'm here...
Look, the leprechaun! You know, because on St Patrick's Day, that's OK.
That's fine, yeah, it's great. Right. We don't get angry about that at all. I'm actually... Part of me thinks I can't get angry anymore with you for doing this every time I appear
well, you know
on the show.
I don't mean it, that's why.
Because, yeah, and also, you're not going to not do it. Yeah. Because you love it. And also because, given the choice, I would happily do the entire interview as a fake Mexican general anyway. Yeah. I mean, there are certain...
Who doesn't like a voice? Who doesn't like a...
Hola, ¿qué tal? Sí. Wow. I would love to do it like that. Oh, Jonathan, it's a pleasure to be here on the show.
You do that well.
Oh, yeah.
You've done that at home, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, constantly. And I was in the shower in particular. It just reverberates. Oh, when is he soap in the shower? Who am I talking to exactly in the shower at the moment?
In the shower, do you go, say hello to my little friend? Yeah. Do you do that in the shower? Because that's not necessarily what you want. Although he was Colombian. Yeah. No, Cuban.
He was Cuban. He was Cuban. El Bullock.
Now, The Apprentice, you're fired. You're a great host on that. It's a great show, and you seem to have a lot of fun.
It's very straightforward. I mean, you kind of dread it every time it comes around again, because I'm sure the feeling is the same as being like a kindergarten teacher, which is, here is this year's class of tiny, small, inept people running around making mistakes that I've got to do essentially a parent-teacher meeting at the end.
You have to be, I guess you have to point out they've made mistakes, at the same time you've got to be a little kind to them as well.
We're the bit that basically, we're the kind of the chamber that allows them to decompress back into real life.
Remedial aftercare service.
Yeah, we're kind of like, these people are not monsters. If you see them in the street, these are like, and we also give them a bit of a make-up stuff.
But you've presumably you've seen, because they shoot the series of The Apprentice way in advance.
No, I only watch it because it ruins it for me if I see that. I get confused over the events of further weeks if I watch it too far. You watch it
as it's going out, so you don't know yet. But have you picked a favourite idiot yet?
Oh God, yeah. There's one. No, let's not say favourite idiot. There is one guy who he just has this fantastic conjunction, right? Because not only is he a I don't know if you have this. Because you know the bit at the start where they go, yeah, me, I am the man who makes the business, the man who does that. I am that guy, or I'm the guy who will make the king happen. That stuff, like, I mean, you know, when I poo diamonds. You know, that kind of stuff. That stuff, you know. And
they're like rappers who are saying, I am the number one, I am the very best.
It's a rap battle. They're shouting each other down, like whatever. But there's one guy in particular, Ricky, this year, who just, because he has a hobby, which he is a professional wrestler.
Wow, well, I love a bit of wrestling. Properly
a professional wrestler, like, I mean, fudge him. But his name is Ricky Martin. Wow. And this is just like an unfortunate name for a professional wrestler. I mean, like, it's a perfectly noble hobby, but, like, if you call your kid Liberace, don't get him into wrestling, you know? There's something that just doesn't fit. Like, so Ricky, I can't wait to meet Ricky.
And so you haven't met Ricky yet?
Oh, yeah, but when I do, the Mexican general is out. Ricky.
Here's the thing I didn't know about Dara is please forgive me, I thought you were older than you actually are.
Yeah,
because I thought you turned 40 a few years ago, but you've only just turned 40.
Just turned 40 now,
OK, well, congratulations on that. How did it feel finally being a grown-up?
Yeah, it is, you know. Or finally looking like having the age that I look like, because, you know, because people just presumed I was 40 years, a decade
Well, how old were you when you think people started thinking you were 40?
About 29.
Yeah.
And because I used to do a show in Edinburgh where I go, what age do you think I am? And the audience would guess. And the punch-out was me going, I'm 29. Because they would very regularly 38, 39.
Psychologically, that must have been tough for you, though,
Bald and you're tall, people just presume you're older. My manner is of a man who is older.
But when did your hair first disappear? When
20. I was 20, 21.
Wow, so you were young when it went.
Oh, God, yeah. Oh, no, I'm well used to this. There's no kind of element.
Was it tough at the time?
It was a little bit of a pain in the arse to be in college, like with these two things disappearing back up here, going, hey, how are you? Looking less virile as the days went by. It was like it was a bit strange, but like you know, but luckily funny. So that was kind of.
Did you ever consider a wig, or did you ever consider a hair transplant?
No, I have thought of doing a show in a wig and changing the wig from first half to second half and just not mentioning it and just maybe people go, Jesus, he's not started wearing a wig, and then letting it grow through the show. Like, no, I think at this stage it would look.
It would be odd.
Insane.
It would be odd. And you're happy the way you look. Your wife's happy the way you look. So
Yes, that's fine.
No, I wasn't. I'm not going to break some news to you here. I'm not going to say, look, she asked me to give you this wig tonight.
Listen, we all have moments like whatever. You and I met at a thing about a week ago, and we were chatting at the BAFTA Video Game Awards, and we had a moment. Do you remember the moment we have where we're chatting, we're bantering about stuff, and we both realised our bellies were touching. As we spoke.
It was awkward. It looked like we were kind of. It was foreplay.
It was a weird kind of. We were loving because like, you know, there's all these like euphemisms for sex. That's not one of them, right? And it was like, and like we were bouncy castling each other. That might be the name of the sexual position we just invented.
I don't know if you noticed, but someone in the front row actually threw up. I don't know if you noticed. You're a busy man, and the new tour, which is starting... When's it starting, the new tour?
We're on at the moment. It's on at the moment. And it's one of those kind of random... I'd list you dates, but it's Plymouth, Bournemouth, Nottingham,
all over the country.
Newcastle, all over the country.
But the title of the tour, I wonder if this is wise.
So, yeah, this is the thing. We had a debate about this. I went on Twitter and to say, can anyone come up with the title for a show? And I love Twitter because it's a really exciting medium and it's very fast, and it's a really good way for me to get 40,000 people to tell me I look like Gru from Despicable Me. That is...
Well, we have a picture of that, because we noticed that as well, yeah. It's not a bad look.
That's uncanny. Do you know, every time that damn film is on, I get, hey, do you know what you look like? Yes, I do. I've not even seen the film. Right,
it's a good film.
I'm sure it's fantastic, but it'd be too bitter for me to watch it.
No, you'd be won over. It's got a heart.
OK, fine, good.
OK, so you asked them
and somebody came up with the title Crack Dealer. Right, a pun on the Irish.
So the Irish, they say it's all for the crack. We love a bit of the crack.
This is good. Crack, fantastic. It'll be a crack deal.
C-R-A-I-C is the spelling over there.
And we thought that's brilliant, and we put it on the cover of something, on a DVD, a previous DVD. And a major supermarket chain in this country said, no, we will not stock a DVD called Crack Dealer because we believe it encourages drug use. That genuinely people would walk into the supermarket, see that and go, geez, I'd love a bit of crack.
Well, you know what, until you mentioned it, I wasn't thinking of it, but now this evening on the way home, I'm going through Camden. Once again, I could happily sit here and chat with you all night, but I know you've got to get going as well.
I'm going to sit back there and watch Danny DeVito.
We've got the great Danny DeVito come out, but will you join me in saying thank you to the fabulously funny Mr. Dara OBriain, ladies and gentlemen. Great to spend some time with you, Ben. Thanks for coming back on. Great to see you, dude. Dara OBriain, ladies and gentlemen.